Next on Worcester News tonight, spring is right around the corner, but another winter snowstorm is expected to hit us first. Plus, we have an update on the conditions of the dozens of animals rescued from a home in Auburn last week. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Anna Botari. The city of Worcester preparing for another nor'easter. The DPW salt yard was busy tonight with crews gearing up for heavy snow, which is expected Wednesday. According to the National Weather Service, a winter storm warning will go into effect at 7 a.m. Our Rosalind Flaherty spoke with residents across central Massachusetts who are preparing themselves for the storm.
Many were out enjoying spring-like weather at Elm Park Tuesday, hours before another nor'easter is expected to roll into central Massachusetts.
I'm ready for spring. I'm ready for summer. I'm ready for the beach.
I have been ready and visualize it as I walk every day.
According to the National Weather Service, central Massachusetts could see significant snow Wednesday into Thursday. Department of Public Works Commissioner Paul Musi says the duration of the storm will be tough, and his staff will be out treating the roads for more than 24 hours.
That's a long duration to put the staff out, starting sometime tomorrow morning as light snow, getting heavy in the afternoon, and then snowing right through to Thursday morning.
Most of the merchandise at Rocky's Ace Hardware store in Worcester is now geared towards spring, but they do have winter equipment available for the storm.
It's a funny time of year, preparing for the upcoming season while still being affected in New England for the season that's around us.
While some are ready for the seasons to change, others say winter doesn't bother them.
Born and raised here, I've been driving in this stuff my whole life. Doesn't faze me one way or the other.
Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
We'll have the latest on potential snowfall totals in our local forecast with Jackie Layer later on in the newscast. Switching gears tonight, we're getting a better look at dozens of animals rescued from a home in Auburn last week. Now that homeowner expected to face animal cruelty charges. These playful puppies are on the mend at the Animal Rescue League of Boston. A week ago, they were found living in unhealthy conditions at an Auburn home. When they first arrived at the Rescue League, Media Relations Officer Mike DeFina says their conditions varied. Many had respiratory infections, flea infestations, and matted, stained fur. DeFina says now all of the animals have been medically checked and are recovering.
We're just going through along with the exams, we're doing vaccinations, and just making sure that they have everything that they need from a medical standpoint.
Many of the cats are a ragdoll breed, and some of the dog breeds include Malteses and Shih Tzus. According to Auburn police, the department submitted 61 counts of animal cruelty charges against the homeowner, Jean Anger, Monday. The animals are not available for adoption due to this pending legal process.
Everything will kind of play out in the next few weeks or months, and again, we're just here to just make sure that they have whatever they need.
DeFina says this case brings up an important message about hobby breeding. He says it's not something the Rescue League discourages, but he does say you must have the proper licenses to do it.
First and foremost, having a kennel license. Having that kennel license, you need to go through, the inspection process and having your paperwork in order so the animals that you are putting out to the public are assured to be, vetted as far as their medical and overall health.
The Massachusetts State Police looking for answers Tuesday into the killing of a West Brookfield woman and her 3 children. Police spent a portion of the day looking for a fuel can missing from the Warren Road home where the 4 were found dead. Police say the yellow plastic fuel container appeared to be missing from the home. Investigators are asking anyone with information or surveillance video of the area to come forward. 4 defendants charged in a kidnapping and assault case of a teenage girl in Auburn are arraigned on new charges Tuesday. According to the Worcester County District Attorney's Office, the new charges include kidnapping, assault with a dangerous weapon, and witness intimidation. Prosecutors say a 16-year-old girl was being held captive at a home in Auburn. Police say she was duct taped to a chair and raped. All four are held without bail pending a dangerousness hearing on March 21st. A Worcester man is charged with shoplifting and larceny in connection to the theft of several cans of baby formula. According to Leicester police, the 46-year-old was pushing a cart full of baby formula out of a store without paying. The cart also had a toolkit in the bottom. The suspect claimed he brought it into the store with him. Police say the suspect will be arraigned at a later date. The YWCA of Central Massachusetts held its annual International Women's Day celebration Tuesday. The organization aims to commemorate the achievements of women across the area, as well as calling for greater equality between genders. Our Cam Jandro was there today and joins us now live with the details. Cam?
Yeah, on International Women's Day isn't actually until Thursday, but here in Central Massachusetts, the YWCA gathered early this year to spread the message on a very important issue. A packed house at the Central Massachusetts YWCA celebrates International Women's Day. It's an important celebration for Racial and Gender Equity Director Maritza Cruz.
We are, everything that there is to be, and it's important for our nation to acknowledge that and recognize that, and especially those who happen to be in positions of authority governing our country.
This year's theme is #PressForProgress, a call to keep supporting gender equity. Alejandra Castillo is the organization's first Latina CEO. She says the theme is appropriate considering the impact of movements like Me Too and Time's Up.
Finally, as a nation, we have the wherewithal and the stamina to really press forward and to make sure that these conversations are not just dialogues, but that they turn into action.
Castillo says the goal of International Women's Day is to unite females across the country and world.
And we want to make sure that as we develop this conversation and develop the action plans that will address some of those challenges, that we come together as one under a very big tent.
Challenges like getting more women into CEO positions and elected to public office, and eliminating the gender wage gap.
A woman has to work until April of the following year to make the same money as a man in the same occupation, but that's really only for white women. Women of color have to work even longer. For Latinos, for example, it goes to September of the following year.
The YWCA serves more than 25 million women across the world. Cruz says their everyday goal is simple.
We're looking for equity as human beings, because gender equity is about having the same equal treatment as a human being, period, regardless of what your gender is.
Now, Cruz says the search for gender equality goes much farther than just one day on the calendar, and in some way, International Women's Day is every day. Anna?
Thanks, Cam. Worcester is growing, with several developers purchasing new businesses and expanding properties. Tuesday, the Mercantile Center opened a new pop-up restaurant. The owners say it's all part of the city's downtown revitalization. Our Chandler Walsh has the story.
Ribbons are cut and buildings are bought as Worcester's downtown grows a little more. Developers added a new lunch spot in the Mercantile Center Tuesday.
When we first bought the project, we realized that the area was underserved from a food perspective.
The center welcomed Fuda, which partners workplaces with local restaurants, bringing a variety of food options to the office building.
We're excited. I mean, this is a great new property, and we're really just excited to be a part of the growth.
Franklin Realty Advisors Charles Norton says the Mercantile Center has 3 more office tenants coming and hopes to add restaurants. A short walk away, developer MG2 is announcing another addition to downtown. The company behind the Grid District bought 517 Main Street on Monday.
We're always looking at expanding the grid itself. So when we saw the piece was available, we felt it would fit right into our community.
MG2's Stephen Carter says the building is commercial space with potential residential above. In addition to building 533 apartments and opening restaurants like Sticks and The Brew, Carter says MG2 has more projects coming to the city in June.
I think the vision with the city is to create a community downtown that has the environment that people want to work and live and play downtown.
Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.